You're listening to Band Practice with Matthew and Krebs. Rock out with your cock out.
So we're here, and that was our sweet new intro tune. Thank you, Joey Calero.
Yeah.
And
so,
we have
do we still do the whole, like, I'm Krebs, you're Matt, and this is band practice? Or
I think we got a new thing now.
That's fine.
So, new thing. So we have Cassie with us.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie. Hi, everybody.
So, Cassie, what's on your mind?
That I'm nervous about doing this podcast.
I know it's adorable.
Yeah, why are you nervous? Don't be nervous.
I don't know. Like I was listening to the previous episodes y'all have done, and I have nothing to actually really bring to the table.
And you're wrong, because you're the second, at least from what I can see, you're the second person on that we, like, immediately, even before the podcast, recognized that we have common ground. With Sutton, it was like nerd stuff. For me personally, I connected with both of you when you went through really crappy breakups. Matt, it was one. For you, Cassie, it was like over a period of time. But, like, that's when I connected with you. So, like, that's, like, I feel like that there's some common ground there. I mean, we can or cannot talk about it, but
No, I don't mind.
I feel like we probably know each other better than probably anyone else we've had before. So there's way more stuff to talk about. I don't know.
I think I've drank with Cassie more than anyone, except for maybe Monkey.
Probably.
Paul.
Oh yeah, no, we've drank a lot together.
I
Yeah.
just met Paul, and that one was good.
I think I've met Paul once. He's Jason Brown's friend, right?
Yes.
Very large.
Yes.
But like in height, or no?
Both.
Yeah, I've met him
He's a
before.
big dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just talk about how you hated The Last Jedi and we didn't.
Oh God, oh no.
I mean,
Wait, you didn't like
I
Last
hated
Jedi?
it. I hated it. What? I almost walked out. I almost walked out of the movie theater.
Well, what? Why?
I found it so, like it was trying so hard.
Trying?
Yes,
trying what?
Just
It
trying
broke new
everything.
ground in every direction.
Explain how.
What do you mean explain how?
There was almost no storyline either.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No storyline? What the fuck do you mean no storyline?
It just felt like it was all over the place, and it didn't really know where it actually wanted to go. And I hated that they turned Luke into fucking Yoda. He became a crazy old man.
who else?
Well,
Who else would he be? Think of his mentors.
Obi?
Yeah, what did Obi do? He went in the middle of nowhere to do almost nothing. Yoda went to absolute nowhere to do nothing. And when you go to a place of nowhere, you get eccentric as fuck.
I don't know. Like, I felt like Obi-Wan was kind of like a cool, laid-back kind of dude, and Yoda was just not where I wanted to see Luke go.
We don't have any scenes from Obi-Wan, like, bored as fucking Tatooine, jerking off, like, getting drunk.
And that drinking from that, what animal was that he was drinking the milk from, and it's just like all pouring down his face? It was kind of like cringy to me.
See, you know what I think it is? I think you went into that movie with expectations.
That it didn't meet, yeah.
And your problem is that you had expectations. See, I went in thinking it was going to be shit, and hands down, it is one of my favorite Star Wars flicks of all time now. I think that is the best one of the new ones so far. It is amazing.
I don't think I can get my eyes any wider at you.
It's so good. Okay,
Pull the glasses back.
Okay, I think
I can do
look
it.
at it in a different frame of reference. He's
Matt.
out. God damn. Put your glasses back on. Okay, so the Kylo Ren, his whole story arc in that flick is that's the center of the movie.
Oh, and also I didn't like the way that they even like just filmed his interaction with Rey, like when they were like in each other's minds. Like I feel like a movie that with that large of a budget could have done it so much better.
Why?
Like I see where they wanted to go with it, but it just was poorly executed.
It's a simple move, though. Two people connected to each other. Why?
It was very simple, yeah.
It was too simple. It was like I'm looking at you, and then I'm looking at him, and then I'm looking at you, and then I'm looking at him. I don't know. I thought they could have done it better. Like I literally cried when I saw the trailer because I was so like excited, and then I was like wanting to cry when I
Well,
was
so
watching it.
What do you think of Force Awakens?
I loved it.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
I loved it.
That movie was god
That
awful
one- that
piece
one-
of crap.
J.J. Abrams directed
Yes, I
that one,
know.
right? I
Yeah.
think he did a great job. Same thing with the first Star Trek one that they did with what's his face, blonde dude.
Yeah.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. I thought they did a great job with the first one, and then the second one that was like about Spock. Just I felt like it was poorly executed.
What the
I know,
fuck?
no.
In the Darkness was the best one.
I
What the
don't know.
fuck, God?
I fell asleep during that one at some parts.
Okay, did you like the original Star Trek movies?
Yes.
Okay, so you know about Wrath of Khan, and you I'll take that as a no.
Maybe.
That's why you didn't like Into Darkness.
Maybe.
That's why you didn't like Into Darkness. That's exactly why.
Doing a shrug. I'm just shrugging at you.
J.J. Abrams is doing the third too, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Which I'm really excited. So, Rian Johnson, the guy from the second one, the Star Wars,
Uh-huh.
Disney and Lucasfilm or whatever just gave him free reign to do an entire
Yeah, no, I
trilogy.
heard.
Nope.
I know, I
nope.
heard.
They
They
just
pulled
they
They
just
what?
canned it. They
Oh.
just canned all of it. Well, they put everything on hold. Everything on hold.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yay.
Is that because of Solo?
It's 'cause
Solo wasn't. I liked Solo.
I hadn't seen it.
I thought it was going to be terrible, and I loved it.
Hadn't seen it.
It just didn't do well at the box office.
Well, if your idea of movies is any indication, it's probably gonna suck.
Oh my god.
She loved Rogue One though. We all did.
We saw it twice.
Rogue One is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pulling. I forgot her name. It's a woman who's basically Kevin Feige's position for Star Wars. They're not happy with her work, so I think they're might be firing her. But like before she gets fired, like everything else is on hold. So it's not that Rian Johnson it was taken away from him. It's just that like
It's on
no,
hold.
yeah, no for now, I guess.
I don't know. I was really excited about that. I wanted to see where he
Yeah.
was gonna go, see some new shit.
And
And you're over here shaking your head no. Like,
Nope. Nope.
And what's
nope.
funny is like before, and they gave him that trilogy before it came out, so they loved it outside of the fan reaction. That's
Yeah.
was like really interesting to me.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That's too bad. That's too bad. I don't know, because that was a great movie.
I hated it.
Oh, that was great.
I hated it.
Because like
I hated it.
fuck your expectations, fuck the past.
Yeah, it was break new ground in every direction and destroy everything you thought you knew. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. I loved it.
Well, we can disagree.
And Kylo, like I said, Kylo Ren's story arc is the purpose of that movie. And God, it was so good.
And nobody outside of Lucasfilm, Disney has any idea where it's going next, and I like that personally.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's like Star Wars rape.
It is.
But Mark Hamill is in the next one. He's in the cast list, so it's not like he's like gone.
But Luke isn't Star Wars. There's a whole
I know.
there's
I know. I
more
just
than
I
that.
don't like what they did with him. I don't know. I was
Well,
expecting him to be more of a badass. Like even in
How
that
is he not a
even in the
badass?
beginning of the scene,
Did
you
you-
remember when
Did you see the end of it?
Did you see the ending where he projected himself across the universe?
that's
Something
not,
we didn't
that's
know
not what I
anyone
mean.
could do?
Yeah, badass.
That's not what I mean.
Would you want him to do backflips? And
No, I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting.
Backflips in kung fu?
No.
It's not the Matrix.
No, I understand that. That's not,
He's not Keanu Reeves. Dude's like fucking 60 years old.
I understand that. I do. I don't know.
What was your thought on the Matrix?
I liked the first one, I guess.
Okay, all right.
But I watched those like as they were coming out, so I haven't actually watched them as an adult. Those came out when I was like in high school.
Yeah.
So I think I watched the first one again when I was in like philosophy 101 in Miami-Dade. But other than that, that's
As like part of the philosophy class?
mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like part of the curriculum?
Mm-hmm.
To teach you what?
I don't know. I don't remember. This was so long ago.
Simulation theory, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
Simulation theory? I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. The theory that right now we might be living in a simulation reality,
Sure enough, I'm out there. It could be. Yeah.
and they, I think when World of Warcraft got really big, they got like all these statisticians and philosophers together and decided that there's a 1 in 3 chance that our entire reality is a simulation. We should have talked about this with Loans because he knows way more about this shit than I do. But yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
That seems like something up his alley. Cassie, you're oddly quiet.
I know.
You keep shrugging. I think it's you're scared. And
I
nervous.
am.
Don't be. It's cool.
Okay.
Drink a beer, relax. You'll be all right.
Yeah, we should have drank the beer before we started the podcast.
I did.
I didn't.
We usually
I literally just got out of work.
We usually do actually spend a little more time outside, but Matt was really gung ho about coming in here. So
I'm just really excited because we have new intro music. And
It's pretty amazing.
our first female guest.
Yay, that's me.
Because,
I'm really boring.
As Krebs said, #feminism.
Hashtag feminism.
you beat Blamp because Blamp's coming here 29th, I think.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hers will be a lot more fun.
Why?
I don't know. She's
She's
she's I don't know. I like Blamp. I mean, I've only met her like I think twice in person,
I don't know.
but I don't know.
You're both weirdly similar though.
Yeah.
Both have red hair.
Yeah, well, that's about it. I mean, she's got like a
No,
she's
it's
got
not. No,
she's
no,
got
no,
a
no,
she
no,
also
no.
has an extensive like comic book knowledge, which I completely do not. Yeah. She's
no.
like one of the only females that Krebs can probably go like toe to toe with knowledge.
She keeps it on the down low though because
Yeah.
I've been to a bar with her and she like casually mentioned Star Wars by accident, and she got swamped by nerds, like swamped, like just the fact that she's attractive and she mentioned Star Wars, they just gathered around her and she's like texting me help, and
Get me out of this.
and I'm like wow, like
What was that line? You ever see Grandma's Boy?
yeah, but it's been a while. Which
Yeah.
one?
I was really drunk the only time I've watched that movie.
It's like, it's about the guys, they're video game creators and testers and
Yeah.
shit, and then they get a new female boss who's really hot, and the one main character in the movie like walks into the office and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm doing this," and he's like, "Just letting you know, you're swimming in a sea of virgins, girl."
No, but like I love you and Blamp for like the same reason, which was how do I say this politely? You have an extensive hookup career and don't feel bad about it, nor should you. Like, and I wish all women were like you. Like you guys both have that in common.
I don't think most women feel bad about their hookups.
Some do. I was
Really?
actually talking to one
Yeah.
of my girlfriends about it the other day.
I
You know Sarah. She's like, "Oh, I kind of
Oh,
like
good.
would lie to myself about the things that I did just to feel better, but why should you?"
Whatever.
You know?
I don't.
Well,
think-
because I mean, like, look at I'm gonna bring this up early. What was Krebs's that rock band game that you played? What was the name of your band?
I was
Oh.
not. I was
I was
not.
gonna-
I was not gonna bring this up.
I wasn't gonna
well,
bring it
I
up.
did it for you. It's all right. What was it? What was it?
Okay,
It was.
first of all, it was just over 10 years ago. I was living with Jason.
No, it was
Brown.
maybe more than 10 years ago.
Well, it started just over 10. Well, Jason and I moved to Orlando in 2007 to 2008.
oh, okay.
So we started saying it before then, but then
Really?
we
Because
moved.
I met you in 2007. Because that's when I turned 21. So it had to have been before then.
No, I met you, I think, before I went to basic training for the Air Force, which would have been.
Anyway, side story. What was the name of the band? Let's
yeah,
bust it out, Krebs.
Look at him. He's going red.
Cassie's a whore.
Yeah.
Which I never would have told you. It was our inside joke. It was our inside joke. Didn't say that loud, and then actually it was like 4 years ago. Like Jason told you, and then you told me, and then I text Jason, "What the fuck, man?
Yeah, no, I was drinking with Jason at his house. I think this was when I first started dating Bobby Gow.
Oh, she brought out full names.
Yeah.
Damn. We would just
damn.
say gal. Like,
Yeah.
Well, we could edit that out.
No, there's no,
No,
editing.
no, there's no editing.
No editing. No going
Nope.
back.
Oh God,
That's
I
all.
was gonna hope.
That's
I was
our only-
hoping.
that's our only
I was
rule.
hoping that you were gonna edit out all my Star Wars
No.
word vomit.
No. There's no editing here. Once it gets said, it's on.
This is also side note. Before I actually liked you as a person, so I didn't really know you. Then when we came back from Orlando, it was many times where there was just nobody else to hang out with, and you were free, and we hung out, and that's when we bonded. But yeah,
You know what's funny? So I had heard about you before I met you,
See,
that happens a lot. Yeah.
and everyone was like, "Oh, she's a whore," and everyone talked shit. And I was like, "Who cares if she's a whore? Whatever. If she's likes dick and she wants to go get dick, she gets dick. So what? Does that make her a bad person?"
no. And it's
No?
just funny they don't know anybody that I've slept with. It's like you're like so easily able to like label me that, but who have I slept with that you know?
Me, Bobby Gal.
But besides that was how many years ago?
But I don't. Outside of that, I don't know. That's the only person. And you dated him. It's not like you were like just hooking up with him on the side or whatever. And that's the only person. Well, I kind of knew the guy you were dating. Well, I think I met you while I was working at the bar, and you were dating that Spanish dude.
Frankie.
In the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah. But you guys, you guys were dating.
Dating, yeah.
So I mean, whatever. I try not to judge people for that shit, because whatever. I don't think it's a bad thing.
No. Some people do.
But I decided that I liked you when we were at Cutler Bay, and you told me the number.
Probably. We don't need to go there. We can leave that one unsaid.
Do we not? Because that's why I liked you, because you were just honest about it. You're like, yeah, I'm kind of a whore. And I'm like, that's a beautiful moment that somebody can admit that, and it's and not in a negative context, but just saying that says something about you. It means you're able to be honest with yourself, which means that as bad as you or anyone else may think about it, you're going to be better than that eventually, because you're able to say that to yourself.
Because I'm self-aware.
Yeah, which is really rare to find.
Being honest with yourself is probably the hardest thing a person can do. That's pretty hard.
16 feet of dick was
was your stand-up.
She told me the number, and I went, shut up. I need to do math. Okay, let's say each guy is on average 6 inches, just for the sake of easy math.
6 inches is average?
No, I think it's 4.5.
For the sake of easy math.
4.5 is actually average.
For the sake of easy math, though, because
Which is very
wouldn't easy
depressing.
math be 5?
Not for the number. I mean, do you want me to tell you the number?
No.
That's why I went with 6, because it was easy math. And I said, so you've had 16 inches of collective dick inside you, and you went, oh my god.
It was better, so you used it in your stand-up. It's like, please don't.
Yeah, but nobody was recording that. But I didn't think any less or more. Well, okay, who cares? Like, it didn't matter, but it was just...
If you think about it, how many times have you had sex with your wife that's the same, I don't know, the same concept, maybe the same amount of times, but you're just thinking of different ones and adding them together.
And I liked how segregated you were about it. It was like, all right, now I'm in a relationship. Now I want to have fun. Like, you were very, very, like, you're not somebody who, like, was just, like, overcome with lust, who would cheat on this guy, whatever. No, you were very, like, I don't know, compartmentalized about it.
That's true.
And when you're having fun, I don't think I knew anybody, like, any of those guys at all.
I don't think you did.
Like, you would tell me just occupations, like doctor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why aren't you dating
Owns this
him?
company.
So you knew their professions?
What happened?
You knew
I knew their professions, of course.
Are you sure they weren't lying to you?
No, I'm definitely positive of what
It
they
wouldn't
did
matter,
for a
'cause she was
living.
just
You can
having-
Google some of them. Not even kidding.
It wouldn't matter.
You can see their net worth on Google. It's like, oh shit.
It wouldn't
And
matter.
then I end
though.
up dating the poor ones.
It wouldn't matter though, because like you weren't investing them. Like you were just
Exactly.
having fun.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't everybody just have fun?
Yeah, I did it for a long time.
Yeah.
That's how I met my wife.
Yeah. I remember. I love how fucking honest you guys were, like up front. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. Good.
Oh God, I remember you told me about your first date. Where did you guys go? A mattress store?
Yes.
I remember you telling me. Where were we? We were at shit. What's his name? I'm blanking.
Well, okay. So the first date we went. We both needed new mattresses, and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the mattress. I'm going to pick up a new mattress this weekend. She's like, oh, where are you going? I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna go look for a deal or something. And she's like, I need a new mattress too. Can I come? And I was like, okay. I don't think she wanted to hang out with me, but I think mostly it was because I had a truck and I was going to be able to bring it to her house.
She was just using you originally.
And I was okay with it. Whatever. I mean, whatever.
She's an opportunist. Good for her.
Yeah. And so whatever, we went to the mattress and we were like jumping up and down on the mattresses and shit and testing them.
Pretending you were having sex on them.
And
basically.
And as
I
you
love
were
it.
and you told me the story, and I asked you whose idea was this?
Hers.
Okay, go on.
Yeah. And then we wound up going to eat sushi afterwards. And then it was really weird because
You're missing the part about testing mattresses. What did you do on the mattress, Matt?
I humped her on a mattress in a mattress store.
And it was her idea.
Yes.
And that's when I realized, oh my god.
That's when you realized I'm going to marry this woman.
That's
No,
when
not at all.
that's when I realized, holy shit, I really like this girl, and I've only met her
Already.
a couple times. Yeah, like it was her idea. I'm like, I think this is a good match. Damn.
And then it got kind of weird because so we buy these mattresses, and they're on top of my truck, and I got them strapped in and shit. And it was funny. She was like, because I didn't have a truck, I had an SUV, I had the Pathfinder at the time, and she was like, oh, how are we gonna get them? Are they all gonna fit inside your truck? And I was like, no, we're strapping them on the top. I got the sport rack for that. And she's like, how are you gonna tie them down? I was like, with the cargo straps I got. She's like, you have cargo straps in there? I'm like, yeah, I leave them in there in case I need them for things. So we had like 2 box springs and 2 mattresses on top of my my Pathfinder, all strapped down, and we're going. And then we want to bind them in Doral, so we're coming back, and her dad calls her, and I guess she talks to her dad on the phone for a minute, and then she's like, hey, you mind if we go to my dad's house? I was like, okay, what? I guess, yeah, sure. I'll meet your parents. I guess we'll do that. That was a thing that happened. So then we went there, and then we dropped off the mattresses. Then we went and ate sushi.
It's a good first date.
Yeah.
We're totally skipping on the fact that you dry humped her on a mattress in public.
I think you've reiterated it like 3 times now.
because
It's great.
Because the visual killed. I was fucking laughing for like 3 days afterwards.
Yeah, because I remember the first time you guys told me this. I'm trying to remember what party we were at. It was a 4th of July party. I came to meet you.
Mike Lowry's party.
Mike Lowry, there we go.
Yeah,
I was already drunk and you guys were telling me the story and we were standing by the pool and I just lost my shit. I thought it was so great.
Yeah, that's kind of how our whole marriage went. Our whole thing. Yeah. I told you how I proposed to her, right?
I think I ran into you guys right after it happened at Color Bay Sports Bar. She's like, I'm getting married. And mind you, this was the first time I had met her. So I don't remember how you guys actually like got to that point, but I remember her drunkenly telling me and showing me the ring. I'm getting married. She was just falling all over me. So it was a very memorable first meeting, but I was so drunk. I don't remember how you proposed to her, I mean.
I don't remember how I did it either, so that's 2 of us.
No. There you go.
I was actually told by her how I did it.
How did you do it?
I was blackout drunk.
What's even funnier is like you would go to like bars and stuff and other girls that you had hooked up with in the past would like show up and like text you and you're like, I'm sorry, could you leave me alone? I'm here with my wife. You were jokingly saying that Amy was your wife. Like it started as a joke. Yeah. And somehow that joke just became reality, and it was even more funny. It was almost like, I don't know, prophetic in a way.
I guess, yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah. Apparently I got blackout drunk, and she was driving me home from the bar, and she stopped at a stop sign. I jumped out of the truck and pulled the ring out of my gym bag I had in the back. Aww. And then apparently I threw it at her.
That sounds like you.
No.
Apparently that's what I did.
What the fuck, man?
And apparently I mumbled something and went, "Marry me," and then got back in the car.
You're an idiot. That is the best and worst proposal of all time.
But doesn't it sound like that?
It does.
And it's actually less romantic than when you guys decided you were boyfriend and girlfriend. It was like, I don't know if you were drunk or sober, but it was like a really quick thing. It was like, hey, we're dating. Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
But like, it was really like, if you know Matt, it's really sweet. Like, and it was also probably just as long, I think, as your wedding vows actually were. It was like just done. Do you? All right, good. Let's go to the bar. Like,
yeah.
And sweet. And it's not that it's unromantic. It's just that you guys are about saving time. Let's just get to the fucking point, man. Let's get to the good part.
Yeah, let's get to what we're here for.
And you have a woman who understands that. That's awesome.
Yeah, she doesn't like to waste time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
I didn't know you threw the ring at her though.
Yeah,
I love that.
Well, I was blackout drunk.
You wake up in the morning and you're engaged. It's like, how did I get here?
Well, okay, so I woke up with like the worst hangover that morning.
I can imagine.
I remember that, and I remember rolling over in the bed. And she's already awake, and she was watching TV, and I remember, and I was like, and I was like thinking in my head, I was like, well, last night went really good, I guess, because she's still next to me, so I'm good, right? And then she leans over and shows me her hand, and she's like, do you remember this? And I was like,
no.
Oh. And it was funny because my first thought was, why'd you go into my gym bag? But
it's like, how did you find that?
Yeah. And then she told me the story, and I went,
oh,
okay.
Did you have anything planned before that? You had nothing. You at least just had the ring.
Yeah, I had just had the ring because I knew I was going to do it. And then we she actually took it off and handed it back to me and was like, "You can have this back and we can do it again later."
That's so wonderful.
You can try again. And I was like, I just remember looking at her and I was like, "Nah, it's where it's supposed to be. We're good."
Aw, see, that's sweet.
And she was like, she kind of looked at me and I was like, "Are you good with it?" She's like, "Yeah." All right, cool. And then we rolled from there.
No. Because it's ridiculous and it's so sweet at the same time. It's like, oh, well, that's where it's supposed to be. I wasn't supposed to throw it at you, but...
It worked out.
Oh, that's
I don't
great.
believe I threw it at her. I think she made that part up.
It sounds like you, though.
It does. It does. Drunk me does some good stuff.
Yeah, you do.
You're going quiet again, Cassie.
I know, I can't help it.
So, so you're dating somebody now, right?
I am.
Excellent.
Excellent.
How long have you guys been dating now?
We're about ready to hit 2 years in December.
You gonna get married?
I think so.
Really?
Yeah,
You think so?
I think so.
Are you gonna ask him?
Oh, definitely not.
Why not?
Because I still
Hashtag
believe...
feminism.
No, not that much. I still want, the pic. I mean, I obviously know it's not going to be like a picturesque thing, but I still have that kind of like...
You wanted to throw a ring at you?
No, I do not want him to throw a ring at me. Definitely not. I will throw it right back at him. Be like, try again. Please try again. Don't throw anything at me. But I still have that, image in my head of it happening, and I want it to be...
The movie Disney movie.
Yeah, we're fed all that shit at a young age that this is the way it's supposed to be, and
Yeah.
I still kind of want that for myself.
That's why I still watch porn.
There you go. I don't even know what to say to you. Like, how do I respond to that?
Well, because, you got your whole idea of marriage and I got mine.
How do you get that from porn?
Things.
What kind of things?
Because little boys are fed images of what sex should be through porn at a young age, just like you have the images that you've been fed to you about what you think, the marriage and proposal should be like.
Oh, I'll never forget the day that my parents found out that my brother was watching porn. Like, they sat him down and they're like, "This is not the way it's supposed to be. Like, the girls don't sound like this. Like, they're basically
bullshit. Yes, they do.
sex slaves, blah, blah, blah." My parents gave him this whole spiel on how it was unnatural for him to be watching this.
Some of them do sound like that.
Yeah, some of them do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Whenever I watch porn, I have to turn off the sound because the girls are so annoying.
You ready for this? Okay, so
yes.
I was doing a
you.
customer's house. I was putting in television.
Oh,
and,
never mind. I don't know
so
the story. Continue.
The guy had a daughter, and she must have been like 16 or 17, and she had one of those old school DVD TV combos, like a pink one, and it was so old, and like all the buttons were broken on it, so like there was just holes where the buttons used to be. And so I go to and sit in the room to set up the TV and the cable, and it didn't turn on. And I see she's got a pen sticking out of the power thing, and she's not there. She's not in the room. It's just the dad that's home, right? So I go over and I kind of wiggle the pen to see if it turns on, poke it in, nothing happens. And I was like, you know what? Let me go get this guy, see if he knows how to turn this on. I don't want to break this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go get the guy, and I'm like, "Hey, excuse me, sir. Do you know how to turn this TV on? I don't want to break anything, whatever." And he's like, yeah. He walks over and he shoves the pen on. As soon as he turns the screen on, it is some chick bent over and some big ass black dude mid fucking pound, like boom, boom, boom. And mind you, I'm looking around this room, in this little girl's room. It is like, the walls are painted pink. There's ponies and shit, like. But
she's just watching some like black cock ramming into some girl. There goes your mental picture of your little girl forever.
The best part is the dude starts freaking out.
I bet.
It was pretty funny.
I have a similar story. When I worked at the Shore Club like 10 years ago, it's a high class fucking hotel / at night it turns into Sky Bar, like really expensive celebrities, whatever. I was a pool bitch.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's when I met Kevin Spacey, as we talked about. But I was really good friends with these security guys who were all black, and I got there the day after something had happened, and they were giving this one guy shit, and what happened was in the jacuzzi in the back, they've got a camera there, and they could see what was happening, but they needed somebody to go out there and stop what was happening because it wasn't good to be happening in the pool or in the jacuzzi. So they're like, "Hey, I forgot the guy's name. I can picture him in my head. Really nice, kind of short, chubby black guy. Like, hey, can you check out the jacuzzi? There's something going on there." When it got there, it was a big white guy railing this tiny, effeminate black guy, and he had to break it up. This happened at night when it was a Sky Bar. He had to break it up. So the next day when I come in, they said, "Hey, ask him about last night. Like, why what happened?" Because I didn't know. I'm like, all right. So I walk up. I'm like, what happened last night? He goes, "Fuck you! Stop fucking asking me about this shit. I'm sick of it." But they literally picked the most like insecure guy to go actually stop this shit. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
How do you stop like I don't know, rough gay anal sex in a jacuzzi? How do you politely stop that? I don't know. What's the protocol?
I would just run out and scream, "Cops, cops, cops!" and just run by and jump the fence like.
Because I'm sure someone's got drugs, so someone's gonna run.
Just run by the jacuzzi screaming, "Cops, cops, 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 cops!" and then jump the fence, and then just walk around to the front and let things take care of themselves.
I'm sure that image is burning in that poor guy's brain.
It's already burned in mine. Shit.
We could look it up.
No, I'd rather not.
You don't like Black Hawk?
I've never had one. I wouldn't know.
Really?
No, I've never had sex with a black man before.
Really?
I've made out with one, and he had gold teeth, and it tasted awful.
Racist.
Yeah, sorry. I'm white.
Hashtag feminism. Jesus.
By the way, nobody in here has had sex with Cassie. Let's just make that very clear.
You said that before, though.
I know. I bet. I wanted to reiterate the point because apparently some people think you've slept with everybody.
Everybody. That was going around that I had slept with you for a while, too.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone
You
thought that me.
Matt. You thought that.
No.
I think there was one time that you picked him up from Danny's house and I was leaving and you're like, "Were you fucking Cassie?" And Krebs was like, "No."
No, I asked him. I was like, "Yeah, you guys having sex?" He's like, "No."
No.
I'm like, "Okay."
Well, I had texted you, Matt. I said, "I'm in the shower. Doors open. Come on in." I meant just come in the house, but you thought, did you say that to Cassie? I'm like, no, I said it to you. I meant come. But I did send the text to both of you. But it was like, just come to the fucking house. I'm showering. It wasn't. Yeah. Shut up. Although apparently Gal was like convinced.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had happened or what happened. I forget which.
I think it was both. He thought we were lying that it hadn't happened and that it would eventually happen. I think that's why he was so obsessed with you too.
Not
He was
anymore.
so jealous of him for no reason.
I don't get it. And there was like
I love Gal.
Yeah.
I do too.
I know you hate him. It's
I don't
okay.
know. I don't hate him. Let's
You
state that.
You finally stopped talking shit about him. It took you a little while though. But I think that was more of like a what was I thinking?
What was I thinking kind of thing, yeah.
I thought you guys were great together.
I thought you could have been great. I thought that could have been great, but
Maybe if he was older, he was just so immature.
He's still immature. That's part of Gal.
I
That's
know,
what Gal
but,
is.
I don't know.
He's the definition of punk rock. Like, you don't get more punk rock than Gal.
No.
no, but
No.
not.
No, he is hands down. He is the definition of punk rock. That is what.
No. She never actually got to officially break up with him because he couldn't take that conversation because he ran
Oh
away.
yeah, that's right. He
Is that
couldn't
pu-
take it. Yeah.
Is that punk rock to like avoid tough
He couldn't take it.
situations?
Sort of, I guess.
No, I think you're still a child. I think that's what that is.
Yeah, because I never actually officially broke up with him. I told him that I needed to talk to him, and he's like, "Are you gonna break up with me?" And I was like, "We just need to talk." And he's like, "Nope, I don't want to talk to you."
So he broke up with you.
I think
Oh, maybe he did. He might have done it to me. Oh shit!
That sounds like punk rock, and you just got burned.
I got gouged.
You got gouged.
So when's Gal coming on the podcast?
I don't know. We need to have him now. You got punk rocked by Gal.
I did.
Damn. See, this whole time you thought you were trying to break up with him. He broke up with you
He
first.
broke up with me first. Sneaky bastard.
Damn.
He's like irritatingly non-confrontational though.
Yes.
I don't see that as punk rock though.
Yeah.
You can't be punk like punk rock is like fucking slugging it out in a mosh pit. You can't be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have somewhere else to go." Like you gotta confront things at some point.
Yeah, you confront the man.
Well, how do you build
The
up
evil
to
system.
Well, how do you build up to the man? You deal with the girl first.
Whatever.
We all love Gal. And he'll probably never fucking hear this. That's fine.
I think he is.
Really?
I definitely told him about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Huh.
All right, then, Bobby, I apologize for anything I've said here.
Don't back out. Don't back out now.
There's no backtracking here.
No,
It's
I
over.
know.
No, he's doing good for himself. He's all happy. He's a paramedic EMT now.
Is he?
Oh, shit.
Good for him.
I would have never
That's a real
imagined him
job.
doing that.
Yeah, I know. He's
Well,
an
no, because I
adult.
knew that he wanted to do IT.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
even the one that got me into like learning how to code. But I would have never.
That makes sense because you actually started talking about coding
Yeah.
after you guys started dating. Like, and like you had never mentioned that before.
He was the one that kind of put that idea in my head.
I'm like, shit,
but
you're not stupid.
I wish there was like visual just so that everyone can see my shoulders just completely dropping.
And I wish people knew the Cassie I knew when I first met you. You were ditzy as fuck, and I couldn't stand you.
I was drunk as fuck most of the time. It wasn't that I was ditzy. I was drunk.
You were also ditzy.
So
I don't
drunk
know if that's
Cassie-
true.
Drunk Cassie is ditzy.
Drunk Cassie is probably ditzy.
Drunk 19-year-old Cassie was ditzy when I met you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now drunk 30-year-old Cassie's just angry.
Noted.
So, Krebs, do you have any? Okay, so we talked about Cassie's breakups. Do you have any breakups?
Oh, what do you want?
The soulless Ginger X.
We don't have enough time.
Yeah, we don't have enough time for that.
And I'm not a fan of getting that much into it just because it's been over 10 years ago. It's like, why are you still talking about it? I mean, I've got the girl who said she was pregnant with my child.
oh God.
And, that wouldn't, and the only reason I showed up to that bar with a pregnancy test is because Matt said it was your idea. I'm like, yeah, let's do
That was
that.
at Little Hoolies.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And
you got kicked out.
Yeah, I did. by the most apologetic bouncer ever. I hate to do this. I'm so sorry, dude. You guys tip well. You never cause any like issues at all. And if you wait a couple weeks, she'll be gone too. Like,
Yeah.
do you remember his name? He was a fucking cool guy. I think he was like Army something.
Yeah, he was an Army vet. Shit.
What does he look like? I might know him.
I'm trying to remember his fucking name now.
I can picture him, but
I'm friends with him on Facebook. He was a cool ass dude.
Yeah.
Damn it. I can't remember if I got his name. Fuck.
but he was right. Within a couple weeks, she was gone.
Richard Aquillo. Richie.
That sounds familiar. Yes,
Rich.
yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a girl that I met. I was working at Starbucks, and she worked at. What was that? God damn it! It's gonna bug me. They have fish tacos as an appetizer.
A lot of places have
I
fish
know.
tacos as appetizers.
She's working at some.
He's trying to narrow it down.
I know.
Relax.
Yeah.
That still leaves everywhere.
I know. She worked at at some restaurant at the Starbucks I was at. I met her on a break of mine. I thought she was cute and kind of nutty. But I knew I was going to Iraq in like 5 months. I didn't tell her that because I thought it was just kind of fun and then just move on. But she kind of like guilted me into like having a relationship. Like technically we were boyfriend and girlfriend, but the only reason I said we were is because I'm like, fine, you can have the title because I'm not hitting anybody else and this is fine. This is actually like the peak of my like before her. Every girl that I dated before was crazier and crazier and crazier, and this was like the apex where I went, yeah, I think I'm done because I can't get any crazier than this. Now I didn't realize this till after it ended, but so we were kind of dating, kind of crazy. I brought her to Joe Luna's house once where she got drunk as fuck and yelled out, "I only married my ex-husband because of his giant horse cock." Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. and he paid her rent, I think. Like it was.
So she married a dude because he paid rent?
Yeah.
Hashtag feminism.
God damn it, Cassie.
That's beautiful.
And
That's
technically-
beautiful.
You're welcome.
See, look, you have stuff to bring to the table. See, look, there you go.
It's all about getting the groove. Get in the groove.
See, beautiful timing. That was beautiful.
Taking a bow.
Yeah, and technically, when I was dating her, they were still married. So I guess technically the first married chick I ever like hooked up with, but not intentionally. But like he was in Nevada, so I could justify it. And then I left Iraq, and I honestly said straight up, I'm going to Iraq. Mind you, I didn't tell her I was going to Iraq when we first met. But when I was actually gonna go, I'm like, listen, I'm going to Iraq. We just met. I'm totally cool with like just putting this on hold or just letting whatever happen. I will be gone longer than we've been together. She's like, no. I'll totally be there with you, for you. I'll be waiting for you. Blah blah blah. I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. Like it didn't cost me anything to to say yes. This sex was pretty good. I like when they say, "Hey, do you want anal first?" I don't have to bring it up. And so I started this, not really caring that much. But like, I didn't think she was a bad person. Like, she was
just crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't know the extent.
Unintentional.
So then I go to Iraq, and when I go out of town, I'm zoned in on what I'm doing there. So I won't talk to, like, when I was in Indiana, I wouldn't talk to Matt, I wouldn't talk to you guys for, like, long periods of time, just because I'm not there. And so it's fine. That's just how best I deal with things. But she would get extra clingy while I was in Iraq. I can't count how many times I said, I can't talk to you, I'm in fucking Iraq. I just said it over and over and over again. And she got, like, more pissed off at me for being in Iraq when I said, I'm in Iraq. So I don't understand how she was so pissed off. So it got to the point where I was getting back in October, and in September she goes, oh, and actually I had almost quit smoking in Iraq, but dealing with her and her emails and her text messages and her sister messaging me, because I had a lot of female friends who would, like, just comment on stuff that I did. And she hated the fact that I had female friends. I'm like, okay, but I don't see why that's an issue. I'm not fucking them. I'm not trying to fuck them. They're just female friends. And then she went through this period where she would like all the comments that my female friends would make to, like,
Let them know she was there.
piss in the territory, yeah. And then her sister sent me this long email about, you don't understand how you're hurting Nicole. Oh wait, I didn't.
Oops.
Name drop.
Name dropped.
You don't understand how you're hurting her. All these friends you have. And I went, listen, I know for a fact you're married and cheating on your husband with somebody else. Why don't you deal with your own fucking problems? And she's the only person I've ever blocked on Facebook. So then, like,
You're usually the one blocked on Facebook
Yeah.
instead of doing the blocking.
yeah. So then I'm about 3 weeks out to where I'm about to get back home, and I was talking to Pops, and Pops is like, "So what are you gonna do about her?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go back home." He's like, "Well, why not just dump her now?" I'm like, "Because she's a crazy bitch, and I need to do damage control." He goes, "Are you gonna bang her?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "Why not?" I'm like, "Because that's 15 to 20 more minutes that I have to spend with her than I really want to." So I was not gonna break up with her just out of, like, politeness and damage control. And then she asked me to get on AIM. Rest in peace, AIM, by the way. So I get on, and she goes, "I think this is what this is about." I'm like, "Why don't you just come out with it then?" She's like, "I have to break up with you." I went, "Okay." She went, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like,
Thank you.
She's like, I expected more out of you. I'm like, "Nope, we're good." Like best breakup ever. I thought we were done. But she's like, "Oh, well, please shoot me a message when you get back in country." I'm like, "All right, fine." So the last 3 to 4 weeks were awesome. Like, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't give a shit. I worked out a lot. Like, it was just fucking smooth sailing till I got back in country. And then I got back in country, and just out of, keep my word, I said, "Hey, I'm back in town. Just letting you know." She's like, "All right, fine. I don't care." I'm like, "Okay." Then I ran into her at Little Hooley's.
When she was working there, right?
No. Before she started working there, because I think Wednesday was ladies' night.
Mm-hmm.
No, I was invited there by a high school friend, and I didn't really go there that often, but but I was there, and I happened to see her with another girl that Joe had dated. You marry?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But not,
yeah.
but not really dated.
Yeah.
So I
They
saw her.
dated?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
But
I
not
remember
really.
that.
Well, according to Joe, no, they never did. But I mean, they spent enough
Little
time that you
air
could.
quotes.
Yeah.
Joe, I've only known Joey to officially date 2 girls,
Yeah. Jen and
and
Nicole.
yeah,
I don't think I've met anyone
different
that he's
Nicole.
dated.
Jen is still running around Keller Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Racking up baby days from what I heard.
That's yeah.
That's the thing that color rich girls do.
Yeah.
Which was why it was so weird that, like, Joe never dated anybody until her first. Like, really?
Yeah, it was
That's
weird.
first?
I was like,
We all had that conversation. Yeah.
yeah, I was like,
That's where you're
Her?
setting your bar.
yeah, like her, bro. Like, you've definitely, not dated other girls that are probably better suited to date you. Like,
And that's who you choose.
and then he went from her, but I think it was only official for like a week. I felt like it wasn't very long at all. And then he dated Nicole right after that.
yeah.
Very soon after that, and she was
I thought
She was
they
cool.
I thought they were still together when he went to Tampa, but apparently not.
no. I think for like a week, and she
Yeah.
wanted because she was
Well,
she
because he was super into her, and I thought that was at least on paper a good match, but I didn't really know her that well.
yeah, she was cool. I only hung out with her a couple times though, but she was all
Exactly.
about the downtown Miami scene and hanging out down there and doing whatever and money and, cool stuff.
I don't know.
Which was not Joe Luna. Joe Luna liked to go to bars and get ripped.
Yeah. But yeah, so I saw you marry, and my ex was there. And I honestly just kind of ignored her. I just didn't think anything I could say. And I just felt like, just not talk to her. So I was talking to Mary, like we exchanged numbers, said we'd hang out sometime, and then I walked away. And I got one of you Mary's friends' numbers too, who was cuter. And we started like Yanni, yeah.
Yeah, Yanni.
Yeah. And we started texting. And then the evening ended with my friend. I hopped back on the motorcycle that you, the American taxpayer, paid for when I was in Iraq, so thank you. And my phone is blowing up like in my pocket, like while I'm driving back home. And I assume it's the cute girl that I was talking to. And so like I'm excited, like I can't wait to like get off my bike and like check it. And it's like one message from that girl saying, "Hey, yeah, we'll hang out later." And it's like 80 messages from this girl saying, "How dare you stalk me? Why can't you just leave me alone?" Just all this crazy ass shit. And I'm like, all right, you just moved back here from Arizona or Nevada or wherever, out west. You can't go to a bar within a 20-mile radius of here that I have been to at least 5 times. I did not know you were here. I don't care that you were here. Leave me alone. Which really kind of discredits me later when I started fucking her. Yeah, I'm not proud of it. But she... But it's weird. Like it's weird. There's something about some girls that when they dump you, they feel bad about it later, and they want to, I don't know, make up for it. They, like it's like it takes about 6 months for them to go, well, maybe you were the one. But at this point, I was done with her. Like I never saw a future in her anyway. So, she was offering sex, at least offering up front sex without any
Strings.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there were strings attached.
Definitely.
And I knew that. So that started happening, and then when things got kind of serious with the other girl, Yanni. I was like, she like Nicole started like sending me like all these nudes. I'm like, all right, listen. Okay, clearly this is not a hookup thing. Clearly you're more into this than I am. Let me just tell you, I'm seeing somebody else. And then silence. 2 weeks later, I'm pregnant. It's yours. I'm like, wow, that seems really quick.
Bullshit.
And
Dun, dun, dun.
not even that. She played it up. She would go to bars. She would talk to people that she knew I knew and not drink alcohol.
Yeah, me being one of them. She sat next to me at Hooley's and completely did that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why aren't you drinking? Take a shot with me. Oh, no, I can't drink.
Well, then why the fuck are you there?
Right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So then I went with Matt to Little Hooley's, dropped a pregnancy test on her serving tray, and then she walked away, and then that's when we were asked to leave.
Yeah.
But that night, we were not done. She just kept texting me. I said, well, just take the test and we'll be fine, and I'll leave you alone. Because you can't drop that in my lap. Because she was telling me, oh, I don't want your input. I don't need you around. Well, then why fucking tell me? So we argued for like 6 in the morning, back and forth, until I finally went, oh, no. This is what you want. You want me to keep fucking talking to you. It's not about whether you're pregnant or not. You're a manipulative, lying bitch. Like, you might even be fucking pathological. Like, this
She definitely was.
This
What
is
was that?
This is what you need. Here's the weird part. She stops all the bullshit and she goes, do you think you can cure pathological lying? I'm like, wait, what? She's like, do you think you can cure it? I'm like, I mean, it's not like a shot in the ass, but I think you can like go to therapy and work on it. Why? She's like, I've been lying about everything. I'm like, go on. Like, I'm intrigued. What am I missing here? Like throughout our entire time dating, she had this
Dead brother.
her dead twin brother, who was like tragically shot down, which is why she left Miami long ago, and this is why she was such a bitch in January when I was in Iraq, and like I was like, okay, that's fine. I was like being understanding, but then she told me like none of this is true, and I'm like fucking it's like the end of The Sixth Sense when you realize, oh my god, Bruce Willis has been dead the entire time. Hold on, let me go back and watch this shit again. And then I realized, like, I've been in her dad's house. I've seen family pictures at an age where he would still be alive. In none of them. He was never mentioned by her dad, her sister. Like, wow, this dude never existed, and I never actually questioned it, because why would you? Because who would fucking lie about that shit? So she's like, give me all this stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. And then she was like, you seem to get me better than even my own shrink, because my own shrink buys my lies. Will you help me? I'm like, help you with what? She's like, I don't know, with my issues. I'm like, fuck no. Fuck no. No. I'm just seeing where this goes, and then we're done. Like, after that, I don't give a shit, but this is just kind of interesting now.
For those of you that don't know, Krebs is not Captain Save-A-Ho.
No. No, this is not my job. This is just interesting, like, after the fact. And then she would tell me, like, she, like, had somebody that she knew who worked in, like, medical imaging give her, like, some x-rays or CAT scans that made it seem like she had cancer that she gave to her family.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, wow. Wow, you are nuttier than I ever imagined could be. This is fascinating, but I'm also done dating for a while. Like, thank you. Thank you for getting me to the point of self-reflection.
Oh, man. My wife's stepmom, or ex-stepmom, which is, it's all a weird situation. Like, her dad and this chick were married, and they got divorced, and for whatever reason, her and her sister still talk to this woman, which I thought was fucking weird.
A little bit.
Yeah, and especially since the horror story she tells me, like, stereotypical horrible stepmom, and I remember asking her, like, why the fuck do you still talk to this lady if that's the case? And she's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, whatever. But yeah, she was straight up, like, pathological liar too. She when I first met her, she was talking about cancer and this and that, and then she goes in the kitchen and just, like, fucking starts eating cheeseburgers. I'm like, you ain't got no fucking cancer. Get the fuck out of here. You're a goddamn liar. Like, and she had a air quotes roommate. That was some dude, and they're obviously dating. And I asked her about it. She's like, no, we're not dating. And I'm like, sure you're not. They got married about 2 weeks ago. I saw the pictures on Facebook. Like, that was your roommate. Yeah, the fuck out of here. What adult woman and man live together and are not dating? Like, and we've been to their house. They only have one bedroom. Like, well,
no, we share a bed, but we're totally not dating.
There's a second bedroom, and it has a bed in it. But every time I've been over there, that bed has been full of shit, like boxes and.
It's like a storage.
Like a storage room. Like,
yeah.
Nobody fucking lives in that room.
It's like, who are you fooling?
Yeah, like, all right, we're adults.
Or who do you think you're fooling?
Yeah. Fucking liars.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, being honest, even being honest with yourself is the hardest thing a person can do. If you can't even be honest with yourself, you're not going to be honest with anybody else.
Yeah.
I also did learn a valuable thing about myself. She like lied about a lot of stuff about all these like how all these guys abused her, did this and that, and I thought it was fascinating. Well, at the time, I was like, wow, I must not really care about you, because I didn't care when she told me. And I was like, wow. And I had like a couple moments of reflection where I was like, wow, there must be something wrong with me that I don't care about these terrible things that you've been to, because I dated other girls that would like go in detail about rapes they had, and it like fucking hit me to my core. Like, I just felt terrible, and it like affected me in a way. And I realized that like if I'm paying attention to you and I'm into you, I can kind of tell if you're bullshitting me. Not every time, but like there was something about the way she told him that didn't feel real. But at the time, I didn't know that. And actually, you, Cassie, and you, Mary, were like, I don't believe her.
I don't believe her.
Yeah, both of you guys were like saying that. And the only reason I didn't entirely not believe her is because I imagined 18 to 20 years down the road, I don't want some kid to like show up my door and like kick me in the balls because she spent 20 years like brainwashing him. So that's the only reason I didn't. But it was like I learned something about myself. Like, wow, all right. So if I don't feel something about the horrible thing you did, either I don't care about you or you're lying to me. Like, it was, I don't know. It was kind of a cool moment, at least for me. I don't know. I
know with my last ex, I feel like I really dodged a bullet there, because I know there's gonna be no kid coming up to my door in 20 years kicking me in the balls. Because I definitely.
Well, there might be, but it won't be yours.
It won't be yours.
Yeah, it's not gonna be mine.
She's still talking shit about you.
Yeah.
She definitely aborted my kid. So there's
we're going there.
We remember that.
Oh,
that. I bet you do. I'm sure
I remember that. No, I remember that from you.
I'm sure she talks all kinds of shit about it.
No, I've actually never really had a conversation with her outside of your relationship.
She went and got.
I have. I remember the bar I was at when she fucking told me.
No, Matt's the one that told me about it.
She went and got a tattoo about it afterwards, because
it was that's the most uncomfortable.
Cry me a fucking river.
It was the most uncomfortable conversation I ever had with you, Matt, because I told her flat out. It was after your breakup. don't. And I was friends with both of you, so I told both of you, like, don't tell me shit that like is gonna color your opinions about either one of you, because I wasn't there and it's not my business, and you're just trying to manipulate friends to your side. So don't tell me things that like you can't give me full context with. And she told me that, and I was like, yeah, Matt kind of sounds terrible in this one position. So I'm gonna have to go talk to you to balance out what actually fucking happened. And I was pissed at her, and then I talked to you. I'm like, all right, yeah, that actually, both of your reactions were sort of emotional and not like both of you overreacted, but like equally. Like you were not the bad person that she painted you out to be. You were probably too objective and too logical.
I was like, well, fuck, I'm in the middle of school. I'm still living in my fucking dad's house. I didn't really have a job.
Yeah.
I was working at a bar on the weekends, like 2 nights a week.
Yeah.
And going to school, like, fucking raise a kid? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's I'm not.
like-
What's it called? I'm gonna bring up something that someone told me at work. That's I'm doing air quotes, middle class mindset. I met this gentleman at my job who has 8 children. I think the first one he had was at age 11. Not
What
even
the
kidding. Yeah,
fuck?
age 11. He had
You can do
screwed.
that?
Yeah, he had screwed some like 16-year-old girl that was
Good for him.
Yeah, right.
that he was lying about his age to her. He was lying
do I
about
know
his
him?
age to her. No, you do not.
Kind of want to.
You know, he
He's
worked,
got stories.
he used to work at my job back of the house, but because I told him, I was like, how the hell can you afford 8 kids? And I can't even afford one. And mind you, I make more money than him. And he's like, oh, that's some middle class mindset. I'll never forget that.
Don't be so middle class.
Don't be so middle class. It's like, well, thank you for that, but still.
Yeah, but I remember having that conversation with my ex, and I was telling her, like,
And you were right, but like you could have eased her into that conversation better.
there was no
you
easing that girl.
No, I know. No,
There was
I know that.
You just had to be blunt with her, because easing. She did not take hints. She did not take.
No, she didn't.
You had to be extremely blunt and forward, and
But I got where both of you were coming from, and now that you were wrong initially, I just felt like I don't know. But like you didn't talk about it. You didn't mention it afterward. Like it wasn't. She was using it as a manipulative point of.
yeah, I know she's victimized, and so that's whatever.
And I hate hearing the shit that I'm not around for. Like it's not my business.
You know what? Looking back, the thing that bothered me the most about her, and I'm not talking shit, but the thing that bothered me the most about her is like I would try to go do things, not like go parties or whatever, but I would like I'm gonna read this book and learn this new skill.
You couldn't watch
Or
the Daily Show.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. No. She like would get pissed at you for watching the Daily Show.
Yeah. But I
With
was
Jon
like,
Stewart.
yeah.
I love him.
So I was like, I would say things like, I'm gonna read this book. I'm gonna learn how to do this. I'm gonna learn this new skill, or I'm gonna try woodworking, or I'm gonna try this. And she'd always be like, you can't. I'm like, well, why the fuck not? She's like, well, you have to go to school. And I was like,
You can do both.
I don't need to go to school to learn how to mess with wood. I got a book
Or that.
and you know, there's YouTube. Like I can figure this out. And I would do things, and she was like, you have to pick one thing. You can't just do everything. And I'm like,
Fuck you, I can't.
fuck you. Why not? Why the fuck can't I do everything? Fuck all that. I'll do whatever the fuck I want when I feel like it. And yeah, but she was like, no, you have to be you have to get one special skill. And I'm like,
Says who?
why can't I have multiple special skills? Why
Yeah.
can't I do everything?
That just sounds like someone that feels so shitty about themselves that they're trying to bring you down with them. It's like, oh, well, I can't do this, so you can't do
She
this
was always
either.
looking for things like to bitch about you. Like before I actually really met you, I would run into her at the bar all the time, and she'd be drinking. I would just walk up, hey, how you doing? Talk to her, and mostly she would just bitch about you. So if I had never actually met you, I would think you're the worst person fucking ever.
You know what was fucking funny? She ran into my dad and his girlfriend at the bar after we had broken up,
I'm sure that went well.
and she really liked my dad's girlfriend at the time, and so they start drinking, and my dad's girlfriend bought her a couple drinks or whatever, and her and my dad are sitting there with my ex drinking, and apparently she gets wasted ass drunk, and then turns to my dad's girlfriend and was like, "That was the best sex I ever had."
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
And then-
that's super appropriate to tell someone's parents.
yeah, and then comments on size and girth,
Oh, dear fucking God.
and all good things, all positive.
Well, all positive, but
Yeah.
but
And-
still.
Well, so then I discovered a lot of her friends after we broke up were very friendly with me.
I'm thinking one in particular, and this is when she told me about the abortion. Yeah, go on.
Her friends were very, very friendly to me after the breakup, which I thought was kind of weird. And I thought they were-
Vanessa. Sorry.
I thought they were at first. I thought they were trying to spy on me or something. I was like, I don't
Nope,
wanna,
nope.
I don't want to be any part of this. I'm gonna whatever.
This
So
is when I
this is when I started going to like hang out in South Miami and go
you
to
learn
the
how
places.
you learn how evil women actually are.
And then I found out that the reason they all wanted to start hanging out with me is
It's because
because
they know too much
she would tell them things. She told
Yeah.
them a bunch of things, and they were all like,
about the
okay,
below the belt regions.
yeah.
That's
and so
like-
that and then so they all wanted to see.
Yeah. That's
that
why
became a thing.
one of my rules of thumb is if you actually really love someone, you never talk about their dick size to your other female friends because either
Y'all are
if even if
savages. Y'all are fucking
even if you
savages.
aren't off the market, even if you're still dating that so-called friend, they're still gonna want to see. It's like, oh, his dick is how big? Let me figure
Savages.
that out. Yeah,
Savages.
Oh my.
females are malicious.
My ex did that. The one who said she was pregnant with my kid. She like went around telling people like I had a small dick. I'm like, and what was funny was the first time we ever actually had sex. The next day she was like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but does it bother you that I thought is it in yet? I went, no. She goes, why? I'm like, well, you already told me that your husband had a giant horse dick. You're also pretty fucked up. So it seems likely that you can't appreciate a sports car because you've been parking a lot of Hummers and a lot of Hummers in there. So no, that's cool. And she like actually meant to like throw me off, but it didn't bug me. Like I know the average. I know I'm just above it. I'm good. Like that's fine.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
So, are you savage, Cassie? You savage?
No,
No?
what do you mean?
Have any of your girlfriends told you about size and been like, and you're like, let me go see?
Oh no, I'm not that girlfriend.
No, you're not
I am
that-
not that girlfriend at all.
No, that's why I like you because you're not that like you're a sweet person. You just don't go there.
Yeah, no. That's one of my rules. Like, if I know that you've done anything even slightly with one of my girlfriends, you are off limits.
And
Really?
And the reason why I have that standard is because I've had it done so often to me. Yeah. Like all my girlfriends just like go after everyone that I've dated. Even if I haven't told them about like my sex life with these people, it's always like they want my leftovers.
Why?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
uh,
I don't get it, but
well,
where were you going?
because a lot of women have a like motherly instinct.
Uh-huh.
And they want to be like, oh, I can be everything that they weren't. Like I've never understood Gala's appeal to women until I talked to fucking Heather, and
He's all appeal until you actually start
his
dating
appeal
him.
is he tells you everything he's been through.
No, because
all the
honestly, that turned
terrible-
me off. Honestly, that turned me off.
Really?
Like,
Okay,
I don't
when
want. I don't know. I don't want
don't-
completely damaged goods. It's
You
like
don't
I
want
want
a wounded puppy?
No, I don't want a wounded puppy. I want a
But-
fucking man.
But a lot of women do.
I want a fucking man. I don't want a fixer-upper project. I want.
You and my gay friend Danny.
Yeah.
You both want a
What's
real
it-
man.
I want a real man.
What is a real man?
Ugh. Dot
Yeah.
dot dot.
You got nothing.
I got
I want
nothing.
a real man. What's a real man?
I don't know. Someone that I don't even have to fucking tell to bathe. Like, I don't want a child. Oh, no, I need another one.
You're getting a beer? I want a beer. All right, Cassie. So what is a man?
Oh, God. Here we go. We're back on that question.
Define it.
What's a real man?
What is a real man?
Loaded question. I don't know. Just someone that... Ooh, we're taking pictures?
Yeah. Just one.
Focus on the question.
Yeah.
Think about,
No, I don't
think-
want to. I don't want to answer this because I don't even know myself. Because there's not an actual like definition to what a real man
and
is.
What's
that's-
your definition?
What is my definition?
Okay, think about that.
Someone-
What about the guy you're dating now? What makes him a man versus
Well,
other people you've dated?
one, he knows who he is. He has like a general self-awareness. He doesn't need to be coached into his personality or what he wants out of life or how to do his own
He has a
laundry.
job.
He has a job. He's
He has a job not to impress him, but because he wants a job.
hold on,
He's-
what?
Because he knows he needs one.
Well, because he
Yeah.
knows he needs one, and he
So basic adult capacity.
adult capacity, yeah. But
His
I
own
mean,
drive, his own thing.
exactly.
So he brings something to the table.
He brings something to the table. He doesn't need to be told what to bring to the table. He knows what to bring to the table.
Okay. There you go.
You know, because 'Cause, I mean, there's no like set definition on what a man is. It can
And
be
I think
interpreted.
that's the problem. Like,
I feel like I've been missing out on being a man because I don't know kung fu.
Head into microphone. Just face palm with the mic.
just don't go to UK and sing kung fu
Kung
fighting,
fu fighting.
because you will be fucking arrested.
Really?
Yeah, there was a guy who did karaoke. He was singing that song and he got fucking arrested
Why?
because they are getting so fucking social justice warrior-ish. Like, yeah. Because America is the only, look it up, it's the only country in the entire fucking world that free speech is in the Constitution. Only country.
I knew that.
I did
Canada-
not.
Which you would think you don't need it, but apparently you do, because now people. There was a comedian in, God, I wish I could fucking remember his name. A comedian in Canada who was like, he's going before a human rights tribunal because of his stand-up act, and he was put in jail. I think he's out now, but yeah, that's why. I'm sorry, this is the greatest nation in the world because we have fucking free speech.
Besides Switzerland.
Because what?
They don't have free speech.
They don't.
They don't. And it's really easy to be great when you're like a really tiny country.
You're really tiny,
It's
yeah.
really easy to like have, really great like social nets
Yeah.
and be neutral in every fucking war.
Whatever. We kicked their ass in World War II.
They didn't do,
They weren't. They were
They didn't do
neutral.
shit.
They didn't do anything in World
Look,
War
don't
II.
confuse me with facts right now.
they just
I don't even know if I'm just like spewing shit. I don't even know if they're actual facts.
So what you're saying is that no one from Sweden could be a real man.
That's not what I'm saying at all.
That's what I just got out of it.
Why'd you put your drink back down?
I don't know. I need to pick it back up.
So if you're Swedish and listening to this, Cassie does not think you're a real man.
That is
Hashtag
false.
feminism.
That is false.
Well, or maybe it's like, gauntlet throw down. Like, show me your fucking masculinity.
Yeah.
But not your toxic masculinity, whatever the fuck that is.
Hashtag feminism.
What is toxic?
Nobody knows. It's not a thing. It's not a thing.
People
not.
think it's a thing.
I know.
But hold on. What is it?
Toxic masculinity.
What the fuck is that?
It's where your masculism becomes so toxic.
Like machismoism?
I think that's completely different. That's like I think that's a South Florida Hispanic thing.
Or South America kind of
Yeah.
thing also.
Yeah, I think that's completely different than toxic masculinity.
But then what is...
Toxic masculinity, I think, has to do more with white male hierarchy in
And
society,
like the
patriarchy.
like they're trying to make it seem like there's something wrong with you just because you're a white man.
Yeah, like the whole concept of the idea that there's a name for cisgender, like
A what?
cisgender.
Thank you.
What
That's
is
the,
that?
That's the appropriate
That is-
response.
I wish
That
you
is
could
the
see my
appropriate
my
answer. Thank
facial
you.
expression also.
So, cisgender is this idea that so I'm not gay, I'm not transgender, I'm a normal.
What the fuck is transgender? Oh, sorry. That's
I'm a normal-
a topic that also gets me very irked.
Yeah, so I'm a normal man, and I'm not. I have a preference towards females. I'm not gay. I'm not whatever. That makes me cis. And
It makes you normal?
well, okay, whatever.
We didn't say that.
I didn't say that. You did. You did. Transgenders are coming to get you now.
No. Oh my god.
And all the SJWs.
And I'm probably more masculine than any of them.
So I'm
yeah.
because I'm cisgender, I am part of the male hierarchy or the male patriarchy, and I'm part of the problem, and I have toxic masculinity.
Oh, just kill me now. Just kill me now.
The thing that it requires some mental gymnastics. That's all.
Just a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
And
I am so stuck.
and apparently
So you're faulted for being
yeah.
normal.
Well, I'm not. Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Well, this is how I see it. I am now oppressed and victimized. So now I have a fight.
We didn't even know we were a thing until they started.
Until
labeling
they
it.
just started like
Yeah.
fucking like coming at you for
I think names like that and names anything that names something that is a lack of something, like atheist. Those words are dumb. It is a name for somebody who isn't something. It's fucking stupid.
Right.
Like there's not a word for people who aren't fucking astronauts. There's not a word for people who aren't fucking dentists. Like why the fuck is there a word for that? It's fucking stupid.
A dentist? Ath dentist? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's fucking stupid.
I mean, I can kind of get like the atheist thing, like just like you have Christians. It's a state of like beliefs.
atheism.
Like, if you don't-
the word atheism came from Christians as a way to,
Persecute other people?
Yes, label the harlotans and the fucking evil people because they don't believe, and it's they're not Christians, so they're atheists or they're heathens or whatever. It comes with negative connotations.
Would it just be like agnostic, whatever? Agnosticism? Is that the way to pronounce that?
Sure.
I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
we'll go with it. But
Well,
anyway,
agnostic is just like a general, like,
No, I know.
not a
No.
disbelief of anything, but just almost like
I
a,
don't know. And
I don't know,
I don't
and
know,
that's
but it might
okay
be,
that
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, but the point
Persuade
is
me differently.
the point is that those words exist to label somebody who doesn't do something. Like, there's not a lot of words in the English language for that, and it's stupid. Why?
There was a comedian, I wish I could remember his name, but he said that he was raised by two parents. One was agnostic, one was atheist, and it was a horrible family to grow up in because his parents argued all the time. There is a God. There might not be. Like, that was the entire argument.
Well, no, agnosticism is that you don't know if there's a
Yeah,
God, and
but there might be.
atheism is there's definitely not one.
Fun fact: most of the founding fathers were deists, and deism is the belief that there probably was a God, and he set everything up, and he went, "Have fun, like, go on with
That
your
he,
life."
that he
Like,
doesn't care about what
Well,
you
that's
do in
that's
your
kind of
daily
what
life.
I believe. Like, imagine the universe per se.
that's what my dog tags say, by the way, deist. And when they were printed, the dude who printed them said, "I've never printed deism on a dog tag before."
Mine said Jedi Knight. I'm not even kidding. I have him still.
Cassie, don't talk. Do you want to tell that story? This is the greatest story ever. I love this fucking story.
Covering my mouth.
Fucking fucking Obi-Wan. No. The Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
We had
that's
we had a big uniform inspection, and I had two sets of dog tags. I had one that said Jedi Knight for religion, as a joke.
But explain how
That's
big of a
wonderful.
deal, like the uniform.
Uniform inspections
yeah.
are a big fucking deal. So everybody stands up, your information, you stand at attention, and the sergeant major of our unit and the commanding officer go person by person. And they stand in front of you, they look over your uniform, and they check a couple things, and if they find one thing out, then they'll look for more, right? So if they check like 2-3 things, it's good.
And you spent like hours getting this shit.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
You beat your uniform perfect. You make sure you have no like loose strings anywhere, stuff coming undone. You measure out all the rank markings and awards and things, and everything's
Precisely.
perfectly
Precisely.
like down to the millimeter.
Mm.
And so we do all this, and we're standing there, and I was kind of running a little late, and I reached over, grabbed my dog tags, put them on, and go. I grabbed the wrong ones. I grabbed the Jedi Knight ones and didn't realize it, right? So I put them on, do my thing, and you're supposed to have your ID in your left breast pocket and your dog tags. And usually the first couple things they check, they'll flick your pocket to see if your ID's in there. They might not even check to see if it's in there. Some people got away with putting a credit card in there. They'll flick it and they'll feel the card and go, okay, it's there.
And
Not
they'll
even
just
kidding.
move on.
Yeah.
Same shit in the Air Force. Yeah.
So for whatever reason, the CEO was I don't know, in depth that day or whatever. He pulls the dog chain out from my neck, and he looks at the dog tag, looks down at it, looks at me, and I can see it on his face, like he's fighting, smiling. He's fighting it so fucking hard.
He does not want to break military bearing.
Yeah, he doesn't want, it did not want to break his bearing at all. He about face walks away from the formation and leaves the hangar bay that we were standing in. And you can, I'm pretty sure he walked into that hallway and started laughing immediately.
That's wonderful.
And then the sergeant major is standing there next to him, or that was still there, watched him walk away and looked at me like, what the fuck?
What the fuck did you do?
Yeah, and he's an angry old Vietnam vet type guy, so he's like
Oh, dear.
hardcore, like, and he grabs my dog tags and looks at it and looks at me and he's like really?
Like, really?
He didn't
What
think
the fuck?
Yeah, he didn't think it was funny. Well, so then after that, some of the pilots in my unit started calling me Qui-Gon Jinn for a little bit. Like I walked on the hallway, hey Qui-Gon, what's up Yoda? You know, it was
That's wonderful.
yeah. That makes me a man.
It definitely does. If there wasn't a definition, there is one now.
I don't know. You also punched at a captain. I think you're pretty good. Like, like just in case, you also punched at a captain.
Oh, that story made me happy.
You can talk now, Cassie.
What was I even gonna? I was gonna say something and then story cut off.
I don't know.
Neither do I. It's probably not that important.
I don't know. I was just like wondering, like, would it be in bad taste to bring that time that you beat You beat your boyfriend with a board game.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
what?
he likes to call you substitute the not substitute's the wrong word. You replace the name of the actual board game with the game of life for your story because it makes it so much better.
You beat him with Othello, though, right?
I beat him with Othello, yeah.
Was that like a sex thing?
No.
No.
It was a blackout, angry, dropped everything in my hands and started beating him in the face with a board game.
Mind you, Cassie.
Jesus, girl.
Cassie
Yeah.
weighs what $125?
No, oh my God, you're
Yeah, maybe soaking wet.
soaking wet. Like
And
I,
like-
at the time, I probably weighed like 98, 100 pounds.
And you're like
if
this-
that. Now I'm like 110.
And you're like the sweetest person I've ever known. I've tried to push your buttons. It doesn't happen very often.
yeah,
At least
the
I-
guy that you met at the bar, the one that I
Frankie.
used to date, Frankie.
Frankie,
Oh, that guy.
He pissed me off to the point
This
that
is like 4 or 5 years of just brutal, just
yeah.
Well, he was
mind
machismo.
games.
Yeah,
mind
he
games,
was-
Yeah.
He was hardcore
Ultra
machismo.
machismo. And
Yeah.
I should actually tell you like what, because remember how we were talking about like pathological liars.
Yeah.
He wasn't a pathological liar, but one of the first lies
He
that
was,
he told me that he had to actually keep building on because then he actually started dating me.
He was
one
more
of the
habitual.
yeah, he was more habitual, but
I actually know the difference.
there is one lie that he told me that he had to keep like it going just because we actually started dating. Because when I first met him, I was a cocktail waitress at Rumors. Do you remember Rumors?
Yes, I do.
We all
All right, so
remember.
I was a cocktail
Allie.
waitress there.
Allie's
Allie.
Yeah.
I was a cocktail waitress there, and I had just gone through my breakup with Jose, and I was pretty much a devastated mess. And he's like, "Oh well, if you think you had it that bad, like imagine my last breakup." And he tells me this long story, heartbreaking story about how his girlfriend died. Okay, which
So, there was never a girlfriend that died, was there?
no, there was a girlfriend that is still alive, but he told me this. He told me this huge story about
At
how
least
she died.
existed.
At least
She did exist, so she wasn't completely fabricated, but she never died. Nothing ever happened to her. But he told me the story about her death, and when I went over to his house, I found a stuffed animal, and he's like, "Oh well, don't touch that because she gave that to me before she died." It was just the whole spiel to like make me feel bad for him for losing the love of his life, blah blah. But she never died. But with the board game,
Oh, yeah.
he broke up with me, and it's just he said something that infuriated me.
I kind of.
You definitely remember, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that. But he said something that he broke up with me. I was packing up all my shit. He said this to me as I was leaving the house, and I dropped everything that was on top of the board game, and I just started hitting him in the face. I don't remember anything of it. The only thing that I remember,
You went red.
I went red. The only thing that I remember is that blood on my shoes.
Yes.
Because I broke his nose, and he bled on my feet.
I didn't know you had that much like physical power in you
To break
do that.
someone's nose
Yes.
in.
Oh, he was a big dude too. Like,
And he was a big dude, yeah.
yeah, he was not a tiny guy. He was a
I broke his face.
nice, nice.
That's probably the most physical damage I've ever done to another human being, but
That's my favorite story.
and he tells it better than I do because he uses the board game of life. It's like she smacked him in the face with life. It's so perfect.
It just sounded better to me.
Well, because it is better. I wish I had that game there at the house instead of Othello. Like, who the fuck plays Othello? I do.
I didn't know. Is that a game?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a game. It's imagine like checkers, but not.
It's like checkers but black and white.
Yes.
Racist.
If you play
Exactly.
If
It's
you play it
it's very
online,
racist.
it's called Reversey.
Yeah, it's called Reversey, and there's another name for it because I have it on my iPhone too.
And actually, on the board game, it says a minute to learn, a lifetime to master.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
I mastered that shit already.
I am never playing Othello with you.
No, you shouldn't. It's dangerous.
Apparently so. Blood and broken noses involved.
Who would have thought?
And I was so happy to learn exactly where Cassie's line is, so I never cross it.
All right. And apparently there's no build up to it either. It's just cross the
Oh no,
line.
no! There is build up. There was years of build up.
Oh, years
Well,
of build up. Like
you don't break out until that moment.
I mean, you guys would like break up, and then for no reason he would text you like a screen cap of his bank account.
Yeah. Oh god, when we broke up.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
He
he was a fucking he used her as a fucking yo-yo. Just
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm done with you. Hey, here's my bank account. Come back. It was back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
They
For
show you his
years.
bank account? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
he
girl, like,
he
what's
texts.
up? You like
He's
my
like,
bank account?
no, he's like, oh, this is what you're missing out on. And I was like, you fucking asshole! You told me you were gonna fix my brakes and that you couldn't afford it, and then you show me a screenshot of your bank account that has over $100,000 in it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was he selling drugs?
No.
Nope. He was an
No.
air traffic controller.
I know that.
But he was an air traffic specialist, so he made like 160 a year, I think.
Nice.
Not too bad. When I first met him, he was making like 120 a year before he got like all of his like certifications, and then before he joined the military.
Coast Guard is not
Yeah.
military.
Well,
It's
armed service or whatever.
It's not an
it was.
armed service.
No,
They don't have real guns.
They're not.
They
They're
have
not-
water guns.
They're not in the DoD.
They have water cannons.
They are
I'm not
in.
even kidding.
They are a part of Homeland Security.
They're Homeland Security. There
Yeah.
you go.
Shit's weak. All I'm saying is the fucking Air Force vet over here is bashing the Coast Guard, all right? That's how bad it is. The fucking Air Force bashes the Coast Guard. That's all I have to fucking say. Sorry, Coasties. You can suck it.
I'm not.
I know you're not.
I never met any, so I don't care.
I mean, not to say they're cool people, some of them, but they play with water cannons. Sorry, guys. Whatever.
Hands in the air. I don't know. Oh my god.
Who the fuck are you texting?
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend?
Yeah, because he's done with work, and I'm like, oh, I've been drinking, and I'm in Homestead. Sorry.
Don't give away our location.
No. Oops.
Did you tell him you were going to do the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, oh, are you really? I was like, yeah, I'm so nervous.
I don't know why you're nervous. We're just here hanging out.
I
We're just
know.
talking shit.
I
It's
know.
just we're recording it this time, and everyone's going to listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this again. Oh, my second run will be better. My second run will be better.
You're doing
Because I didn't even actually think that this was gonna happen.
Well, don't worry. It's only going to be like 170 people that listen to it.
That's not too bad.
That's about where we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be one of them while I'm working.
And we don't do it for them. We do it for us. Like this is
This is fun. No, I'm having a really good time.
Yeah.
I should have started drinking before I started.
Yeah.
If you had gotten here sooner, you probably would have like.
Well, I had no control over that.
Usually, we spend more time like hang out, having cigarettes, smoking a bit to like get. It's like foreplay.
Yeah. You gotta warm it up.
Actually, what Matt said was, I said, Cassie pick me up when she's done with pooping. Matt said, tell her to pinch it off and wipe deep. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that because.
But it's appropriate. You always have to wipe deep or you're not cleaning it well.
She's nervous. I'm not gonna put that on her.
No.
Until we get
I
here.
use butt wipes.
Oh, I do too.
I'm a big fan of the butt wipes.
High five.
Yeah, butt wipes all day long.
All day long.
What does
Yeah.
that mean? I don't know what that means.
You use wet
What?
wipes to
Yeah.
clean your butt.
Yeah, dude.
Wet wipes?
Yeah, wet wipes.
Like
Like
for-
baby
like-
wipes,
like for
but
baby
the
wipes?
Baby
Continental
wipes?
ones that you can flush.
Yeah.
You mean the shit that like we use instead of showering in Iraq?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, not those. Those smell awful.
Well, same concept.
But
butt wipes.
But butt wipes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get into them until I met my wife, and she changed my world.
Oh,
Changed my fucking world.
yeah, no.
Yeah. Toilet paper alone is not enough, bro.
Noted.
Those butt wipes, bro, make you feel super clean afterwards.
Yeah, they do.
like I could eat out of my ass.
Not that you should, but you could.
But you can't. You're not that flexible.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't know that.
I've seen you move. You can do that. I was a gymnast. I know how close I can get.
Okay,
You're
yeah,
not even
okay.
anywhere near there.
Yeah, no, I'm not a gymnast.
Hold on.
And-
Cassie's texting people.
Yeah, she's texting people.
Sorry.
Again.
Sorry.
No, you're
Putting it
not.
down.
No,
Putting
you're
it
not.
down.
No,
Putting
you're
it down.
Is your boyfriend gonna listen to the show?
Probably not.
Is
Really?
Is he
Yeah.
coming here?
No, he has no car. I have the car.
Oh, that's right.
And he's not gonna listen to the show?
Dude, you'd actually like him a lot. He's young, but like he's nerdy as shit.
Cool.
He is.
Like we got into it.
And he's much better looking in person, as Krebs has drilled into him every time he's met him.
Yeah, I don't.
Because he's not very photogenic
He's not.
at all.
Okay.
But he's very attractive in person.
It's not a thing we care about.
Yeah, so I don't really care
Sorry,
about that.
sorry, all right.
It's I mean,
No, but he's nerdy as fuck. We talked about Venom like last time that we hung out.
Actually, I think we talked about Venom the last time the three of us were hanging out. And I remember
At
Cass-
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that's right. And
This is
Cassie-
coming out on my birthday.
Yes.
And
yes,
Cassie
we're
was like,
going there.
I'm so excited for it. And I was like, I don't care. It's not
You're
gonna
like,
be the MCU.
it's Sony. It's not Marvel.
It doesn't mean that it's gonna be bad. Definitely.
Well,
but
it can
It
still-
looks good.
It can still be good. It might be a great flick, and I'm gonna go watch it. But like I said, it's going to miss out on its
yeah.
I guess potential greatness
But why?
Like
because it not in the MCU.
like they're clearly.
But didn't you say that same thing about the Amazing Spider-Man one? Isn't that the same?
The what?
No, that was
Uh.
that was Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I like that one. That was really good.
Yeah.
The first one was great. The second one I didn't give a shit about because you killed Gwen Stacy and I didn't care.
Yeah.
And
had more on
that shit should
but-
break my fucking heart.
Yeah.
But it didn't. But that's before Sony started saying, "Hey, Marvel, apparently this is your character and you know something.
Yeah.
Would you mind coming on some of our meetings?"
Apparently, you guys do this way better than we can ever do it.
So I don't know how much they're actually talking with Marvel about Venom. Clearly a lot because I've noticed they're reading the right comics. Like there's the Venom miniseries Lethal Protector is apparently what they're focusing in on, and they should. But they're also building up their universe way too fast. They've got what's his name? The Hunter. Fuck, what's his name? Matt, do you know what?
The Hunter?
Yes. Fuck, what's his name? It's gonna bug me.
You don't know what to say.
God damn it.
Yo también.
Why are we going to Spanish? Hate all of you. No, not Kang. It's something. It's
Danny Rand.
no, the Hunter. In Spider-Man universe, the Hunter. You're on your. You've got your laptop right there. Can you look
I
it
know,
up?
but I got the DAW up right now.
Oh, fine.
I don't know if I meant.
But they're already like announcing all of these
What am I googling again?
The Hunter.
The Hunter.
Spider-Man Hunter. Like they're already like they're trying to make their own Spider-Verse.
How's the Hunter gonna be? in
It's something
Venom?
Hunter. I forgot his
Isn't
name.
the Hunter like his thing, like hunting people?
Yes,
And
and
you hunt Spider-Man like
Yeah.
as game. So
Craven?
Craven. Thank
Kraven,
you.
yeah.
Craven the Hunter. Thank you.
how's he gonna be in there if there's no Spider-Man?
Exactly.
involved?
That's the point. They already have like a solo thing. Like they're planning with him. They have Jared Leto playing Mobius.
He was the
living-
Joker.
Exactly.
But that's DC.
Thank you.
That's
Th-
DC,
how the
though.
Exactly. That's my point. They are building their
No.
Spider-Verse way too quickly.
The hell are going on? Like, god damn it!
Like,
Suicide Squad was terrible.
I agree.
I'm going to throw that one
And-
out there.
and
I
it's-
agree with
Yay, we agree on a
and
terrible
it should-
movie.
and it shouldn't have been that, but that should have been their fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. Like
That should have been an amazing flick. It should have
It
been.
should have.
It was awful.
And
I didn't even finish watching it. I was like,
half of them
nope.
should have been dead. By at least half of them should have been dead by the end of that movie, because that's what makes it awesome. They're disposable characters. Suicide Squad,
Will
disposable.
Smith should have never been casted in that
Yeah.
flick.
No, I know.
Because you can't kill Will Smith without paying out so much money.
Yeah, it was bad. Whatever. I think the Flash movie is supposed to be about Flashpoint, from what I was reading. But I heard they're canceling that one like almost outright now.
Really?
Yeah, and I guess they're just doing Aquaman, and they're gonna see how that goes.
I'm kind of a little bit hopeful about Aquaman, at least for the visuals. Visually,
Yeah, because of Jason whatever his name is.
You
Jason
just want to see him with
Momoa.
his shirt off.
Always.
no, but it's
Him and
No.
fucking, what's it called? Game of Thrones.
but yeah, that was like what, almost 10 years ago now.
Has it really been that long? Because you're the one
Close.
that made me start watching it.
I know. Well, I didn't make you. I just kept badgering you till you did.
So he made me, basically. If you're getting a Krebs badgering, you know you're being forced.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
No, but have you guys seen the trailer for Aquaman?
Yeah.
No.
It looks good
It
and
looks good.
and exciting, but they're clearly having to like CGI a lot of shit underwater.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me think of Shrek a little bit.
Fuck.
The way they move and everything, like it can't be like real, you know, like something that's like really captured on film. So they have to kind of CGI it. And there's a scene where like I guess Aquaman has to fight like his half brother for like to
Throne.
to like get the throne.
Who's
and
Aquaman's half brother?
I can tell you who plays him.
Aquifer.
It's the guy who plays Night Owl from The Watchmen.
Okay.
But there's I guess a scene where they're fighting and then they turn to the crowd and the entire crowd goes yay, but they look like fucking Shrek people. Like it's the way they move, it looks
What,
like
the
Shrek
ogres?
people. No, just the animation in general. It's just the way they move because they're underwater. They look like they're from Shrek. But what I figured out is that basically Aquaman is is Black Panther, except for now Killmonger is the good guy.
You've seen Black Panther now, right?
Yeah, like,
Oh, who's the one that hasn't seen Black Panther?
I'm not racist. I saw it when it came out.
Yeah, so did I. He was the one that hadn't seen it
No,
when we saw it.
No, I saw it in theater in Indiana. January, December.
I saw it when it came out. I saw it in Dolby. It's pretty awesome.
What's Dolby?
The thing at Sunset Place? The seats recline. The seats like vibrate towards like
That's a
action
thing?
sequences. Yeah,
I know that.
The seats vibrate?
yeah. The seats vibrate.
Or just
it's very
yours?
fun.
Or just
No,
yours?
everybody's. Not just mine.
Did you pay extra?
Yeah, slightly. It wasn't that expensive. Not that much more expensive. Excuse me.
So does the young guy you're dating now, does his bank account have $100,000 in it?
Definitely not. I go for the poor ones. I don't know what happens.
That's too bad.
Right?
I feel like he should be on next though.
You guys would have a lot of fun with him.
I'm curious to meet him now.
Hmm?
I want to meet him now.
Oh, that's right. You haven't met him.
No, I've never met him.
Oh, you'll like him.
I've just heard stories.
He likes him, so that's saying a lot.
I do.
Krebs likes
'Cause-
everybody.
No, he
No,
does
I
not.
don't.
No, he
No,
does
I
not. He's like, this is the first guy I actually really like. I mean, you liked Scow, but
Krebs likes everybody, see?
No, he doesn't.
no, he doesn't. I'm
No,
shaking my head
he
no.
doesn't, no.
Krebs does not like everybody.
No, I like everybody.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're like an optimistic guy.
I'm super optimistic, man.
I
Yeah,
know.
you were saying that you were doing like a comparison of me and Matt like a while ago. Like the qualities that you like in the both of us that you don't have, so you like turn to us for those like mindsets.
What did I say?
That Matt was the most optimistic person you had ever met, and I was the sweetest.
Oh yeah, Matt is the first and only optimistic morning person I ever met that didn't piss me off.
I'm a morning person too.
Me too.
Because because Matt's optimism is not out of ignorance. Most people who are like, yes, this day could go great. Yeah, but that's because you're not paying attention to the actual world going on. Matt's optimistic because he has generally made things go well for him. You're fucking Captain Kirk. You have leapt, and that shit has gone well for you. Why would you think otherwise? And you're just sweet to the point where
I hit people with the.
Othello boards, yeah. She's fucking sweet as shit.
I'm the sweetest.
She's the sweetest fucking person you ever met.
but she hasn't hit me. So clearly,
Which is saying a lot for our friendship.
I've probably tried to like hit that point.
You have. You've tested it.
I think I once texted you like on drugs. I think your mutant ability is
Yeah,
the fact that you
I
are
have it
sweet.
saved.
Yeah,
I have it saved.
yeah. Your mutant ability is that you are sweet no matter what.
I'm also his emergency contact.
That was your call.
That was my call.
That's pretty
Well, because
awesome.
there was one time in Indiana. What was it, like Thanksgiving?
Yes,
That I could not get in contact with him, and I blew up his phone till no end. Was not answering me. There was a girl that you were semi-dating.
Then no,
Yes.
Yes. That
Semi-dating. She lived in Orlando.
that Thanksgiving. No, I was dating nobody because I was still
Semi. Like
No.
not really dating, like
No,
kind of fake
no,
dating.
Nobody.
Yes. Because I almost texted her like to find you, even though she did not even live anywhere near you.
Oh no, I was not dating her. This is a bitch who was married.
Yes.
Yeah, we were never dating.
Semi.
No, we were never dating. She was married and she cheated on her husband with somebody else, and I had weird feelings with her.
Yes, you had weird feelings with her.
But we were never dating, ever.
Either way, I almost like called her because I was so worried about him.
That would have been weird.
Yeah, that would have been really weird, and that's why I didn't do it. But still.
And the only reason you wanted to do that is because I told you I was talking to my drug guy. Oh,
Ooh.
someone's
Boyfriend
phone
calls.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Are you answering?
Hello?
She
Put it
is.
up to the mic. Put it up to the
Oh,
mic.
hold on. I'll put him on speakerphone.
Put him up to the mic.
Hey, bub. Hi. I can't actually hear you.
What you doing?
I'm podcasting, and you're on speakerphone.
Oh,
Oh.
Hi, Gabe.
Hi.
so what do I do?
I don't know. What do you do?
Well, what would you do?
You going inside?
Do my what?
So I'll just hang out with Mark until you decide you want to be finished with what you're doing.
Okay, dokie.
Alright.
All right. I love you.
I love you too. Bye.
All right, bye.
Aww.
Aw.
Adorable.
Super. Anyway, what were we talking about? I need another beer.
I can't because like now like
We're
I'm
talking
done.
about Krebs's married girl that he was.
Oh, that's
semi-dating
right.
'cause
That's
he
right.
because
All
he
right, so
disappeared.
he disappeared, and I almost called her.
Glad you didn't. 'cause she would've
Yeah,
had-
no, I'm very glad I didn't also, but I restrained myself because I called Monkey, I called Jason Hanselman, I called everyone. I was like, Krebs never not answers my text messages. It's a fucking holiday. What if he died?
And what had set you off was, I'm talking to my drug guy, and he thought it was sad that I was spending Thanksgiving alone.
And that was the last text message that I got from
Mind you, I didn't actually buy any drugs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I just got really drunk
The last
and
text
slept
message
for
that I
2
got
days.
from you was I was talking to my blank guy, and he gave me a hug because he thought it was so sad that I was going to be alone for the holidays. And then I don't hear from you for days. And Krebs is the person that's always hounding me about not responding within an hour. And then he's not responding to me for days.
No.
I was checking. I was like, I
No,
was so
you spend 2 to 3 days
blah blah
to
blah.
actually respond.
I was so obsessed over. I was like even looking at your Facebook activity. I was like, oh my god, he hasn't logged on to Facebook. There's something wrong.
I think you're overreacting.
I know.
A little bit.
A little motherly Cassie for you, but
Yeah.
so I'm now his emergency contact because if anything happens to him, I will fly to nowhere. It doesn't fucking matter where it is. I will go find you.
Hey, do you remember when you visited me in Chicago? Oh
No,
wait, they
because
never
I didn't.
happened.
I know. I'm the
For
worst.
4 years, you said you were gonna come. To this day, only Monkey ever visited me there. Just saying.
I almost did.
Go monkey.
And
You were
then-
close.
I was
Honestly,
close, and it was too fucking cold. I was like, fuck
Yeah, it's
that.
too
You would have
fucking
fucking
cold.
died.
I would have
man.
died too. I'm a redhead. I don't do
Well,
like
that, and
frost
you
burn.
weigh a whole 20 pounds.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
You guys actually probably would have been better off than Monkey.
Then monkey,
because
yeah, because we're white.
I kept laughing. No.
Not in Chicago.
I don't think it's racist because I spent 4 years in the Midwest and I would just laugh because I'm looking at like black and Hispanic people. I'm like, your ancestors spent thousands of years not here. They spent their time in like, close to the equator, and now you're here. You were not built for this. Like, please. Like you're not built for this kind of weather, and now you're here, like as an insult to your ancestry. So I just found it funny whenever I would see like a black or Hispanic person just shivering in the cold up here. Yeah, you're not supposed to be here.
What about white people shivering in the cold?
That's why we're here, because we're stupid and we go everywhere. like
Well, I guess technically my ancestors are from there. Well, 'cause I'm Irish, English.
yeah. So you
Italian.
so you spent thousands of years, or your ancestors spent thousands of years, in the UK. Fun fact: they found what they believed to be the earliest settlers in the UK. It was a female with blue eyes and black skin.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that
That's cool.
fucking weird?
That's cool.
But it's like kind of telling. Also, anyone born in anyone of African ancestry within the past, I think, 5,000 years has no Neanderthal DNA at all.
Really?
Yes, but if you're white, you've got at least a little bit. That's fast.
A little bit of Neanderthal.
Yeah,
I was reading. Apparently, there was. It wasn't just Neanderthals that we were apparently grew up with. There was. I was reading there was up to 8 different hominids.
Yeah.
That we evolved next to, and we got DNA from all of them. Apparently, well, some of us have DNA from different types or whatever. I don't know.
There was one that like had like a huge brain, and they weren't able to survive because
Too many calories to operate.
it was a cracked article, and they said that sorry, dude, nerds don't survive. I would really have to look it up, but like they were apparently like they had a bigger brain capacity than even we have now, but they were not able to breed because nerds can't breed. Like that was
Oh shit!
that was the joke, but it was true because they had because they like they have like
They thought too much about it before it happened.
they have their skulls and they died out. So apparently, being too smart not always an advantage.
I doubt that. I feel like that's wrong. I feel like the more intelligent you are, the better off you are. Like as a species.
Not necessarily.
Well, yeah, because eventually the sun's going to burn us all up alive. It's going to expand and eat up our planet. So the survival of our species literally depends on our ability to leave the planet and solar system.
But
So if we don't do that,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
because we would be the only what's it called?
Yeah, but there's a lot of steps before we get to that point.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of steps before we get to that
Actually,
point.
Einstein even said that if you spend your life judging how well a fish can ride a bike, then you're not really paying attention. Like it.
No, it's how they can fly. So if you compare a fish to a bird.
I thought it was riding a bike. I don't know.
No, I think it's a bird.
You can be a genius, but it's not about that. It's about who gets to the actual answer fastest. You could be retarded and still get to the answer faster than geniuses.
I'm just saying, as a species, our ability, the judgment of our, not judgment, but yeah, being intelligent is a better thing because the more intelligent we are, the easier it's going to be for us to leave the planet and survive as a species. Otherwise, we're going to die with the planet.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Eventually, it will burn out.
It
Yeah.
will. Well,
Not
soon.
us burn out.
Not soon.
Well, not soon.
Not in my lifetime, so I'm
Not
not
in
worried
our
about
lifetime.
it. That's why I throw all my plastic bottles in the ocean.
Terrible. Those poor turtles.
What? They like plastic bottles.
No, they
They
don't.
need toys. They're turtle toys.
I gotta pee.
All right,
I'm
let's
just
call
shaking my head at you.
What?
it. You want to call it?
How long has it been?
Over 2 hours, I think.
Oh shit. Okay.
We're there. Yeah.
We're there.
You have any final words, Cassie?
Don't do drugs. Stay in school.
That's all you got?
No.
That's so.
No, do the right drugs.
Huh?
No,
Do the right drugs.
Do the right job.
Do the good ones.
And stay in school, or just do the right ones.
No, just do both. Do the right drugs and go to school. And that was awful. Can I get a redo?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll edit that out. Go ahead. Try
No,
again.
you won't.
No, you won't. There's no cuts. You do the whole thing all the way through.
Yeah, no cuts. Fuck the world.
Fuck the world.
That's what.
Is it raining?
It is
that-
absolutely pouring outside
shit.
right now.
Yeah, because we're actually supposed to get like a tropical wave right now, and you're gonna have to deal with a drunken Cassie driving with no depth perception, mind you.
You are blind.
Well,
I'm
Wait.
blind. Have you actually put
fucking-
on my
I know
glasses?
you got Coke bottles on your
I
face.
have Coke
Let
bottles
Bud
on my
say
face.
that.
It's very, very attractive for everything, but yeah, driving in the dark in the rain with no depth perception, not fun. And Krebs gets to go through that now. Yay!
I'm so excited.
I bet.
All right, everybody. Enjoy our sweet new outro music.
Yeah.